Back in studio with the guys, and really two stories to be told. I want to start on a positive note because we got a new season here. So, Mac, let's start with Indy. What did you see from Daniel Jones, his command of that offense early?
Well, early on right now, 1 week of play, I don't want to jump the gun just yet, but it's looking like Daniel Jones could be the Sam Darnold of 2025 in terms of a new acquisition, jumping into a new situation, becoming the starter, and not looking back. They wrote Daniel Jones off like they wrote Sam Darnold off. Yep. He didn't write back. Sam Darnold. And it's looking like Danny Dimes didn't write back either. But this was a big game because you talked about jumping into this starting lineup. They're looking for some type of quarterback production, being able to sustain a high level of play. And he jumped out of the gate and didn't look back at all. I love the way he commanded the huddle. He orchestrated the offense, went through his progressions, and he was able to distribute the football to 7 different players on the offensive end, led with Michael Pittman Jr. and Tyler Warren. So this is a good sign for Indy moving forward. Not to mention they haven't won a game week 1 since 2014. It's been a long, long time coming for Indy fans in terms of having something to celebrate during week 1. They're celebrating today.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for the Indianapolis Colts right now. They haven't won a ball game in week 1, like you said, and God knows how long. But these guys found a way to it seemed like they found their quarterback in Daniel Jones. He looked very comfortable in the pocket, finding 7 different receivers. And it just looked like they had a control of that ball game the entire game. Taylor running the air out of the football. So when the Colts are able to put together a balanced attack, this is a resort that you possibly can get.
External expectations and internal, JJ, are always different. Externally, I don't want to say rudderless or directionless, but Indianapolis, a lot of question marks. It feels like maybe they defined a direction on this day.
And you know what? I actually think that the external noise was not warranted for the Indianapolis Colts. When they chose Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson, you mean to tell me that folks in that building that put their livelihoods on Anthony Richardson didn't want him to go win that job in training camp? They gave him every opportunity to. He ultimately did not, and they gave the job to someone who did win it. And yes, you have the jokes about Daniel Jones, and it clearly didn't work out with the New York Giants, but he took a gap year. He took a sabbatical. He went to Kevin O'Connell's rehab for broken quarterbacks, and he was able to sign that 1-year contract, about $13, $14, $15 million a year, and he goes to Indianapolis with pieces, right? We have been wondering, why won't the Colts compete in the AFC South? They have the pieces, and we just saw how he was dropping dimes to Pierce and Michael Pittman Jr. And Jonathan Taylor running the rock. They can win, especially against a team. You talk about rudderless. Maybe we should have used that word for their opponents.
And we do have plenty of games to get to as games are going final, but a quick thought here on Miami from my DBs, like just maybe put a number to the concern level coming out of one game, Pat.
Very concerned about the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, we've been hearing the stories coming out of the Miami camp all year saying that they didn't have a very physical camp. Every team that came in there in the jointed practice pretty much bullied them. Yep. And we saw it again here today, only putting up 8 points in their first game of the week.
I know it's week 1. There's a lot of football left to be played.
Where they going?
Home.
I thought they said week 1. Pick one, but let's not get out ahead of ourselves here because home is the only direction.
It might be a long year for Miami.
From a performance like this, largest win in a season opener is Sunday ranks as the 3rd largest in Colts franchise history.